This is a comparison that not many people get to see these days, but this is what I used to look like. This is pretty much what I look like right now. Um, yeah, it's kind of a difference. I mean, I sometimes I really can't understand how this is all different, but this picture was taken in September 2013. This was taken December uh, 2014. So this was taken yesterday. And I just, I, I don't know. I've been trying to work with makeup there, so that's why my eyes look different, but this will kind of give you guys a picture of it. Hi guys, so now you've seen pretty much what I used to look like versus now. I mean, it's not really that difficult because all you have to do is look at some of my older videos and you will see that I used to be a guy. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to really do is make a video that really kind of puts my perspective on things. Because everybody else is very quick to give their opinions, very quick to give their thoughts on things, and they're very quick to also be very stubborn and tell me, well, this is how it's going to be, and that's it. I think people need to understand that pronouns matter. And this is something that there are a few people in my life that choose to be very difficult about it, and they choose to continue to call me a guy and continue to refer to me as a name that I used to go by. Yes, I have not legally changed my name yet, but out of respect, I have asked people to start calling me Catherine. And I think people need to understand my perspective, and I'm not saying every trans person sees it exactly this way, but I think I can paint a pretty generic picture of why it bothers people like me. I was introduced a few days ago as a guy to a person while I was wearing a skirt, a tank top. I looked pretty much like this. And it was just rude. It was just fucked up. That's the way I'll put it. Where a person who I've never met before is now automatically knows that this person is transgender. And it's not fair. The second thing is, when people continue to refer to you as a guy when you are a male to female transgender, which I am, it's a consistent reminder. It's a consistent thing that just eats at you and eats at you. And it makes you wonder. You play a lot of mind games. Part of you starts to doubt that the transition's actually going well. Sometimes you doubt that you look any different. Sometimes you think you're ugly. Like, there's a lot of body image issues that someone just calling you sir or he will automatically trigger. And it sucks. It really does suck, and I hate it because it makes me feel like shit. It really does. So for those of you out there that know a trans person, please just refer to them by the name they're asking you. It doesn't kill you, but it does impact them. And that's why I think really what I'm trying to get at here is people don't understand what a trans person goes through. People don't even take the time to understand what a trans person goes through. They're very quick to judge. They're very quick to insult us. They're very quick to paint this picture, a very false picture, that we're just men in dresses or something stupid like that. And they just don't treat us like humans. They don't treat us with respect. You know, I think in my day-to-day life, I treat people with a lot of respect. I go the extra mile for people. I go out of my way for people. But ever since I've come out, I have dealt with the most unclassy of people that I couldn't even imagine going through this prior to coming out. People who I once thought were my closest friends, people who I once thought actually gave a shit about me, have shown their true colors over the past few months. There are people who I've gotten into very heated arguments about this, but it's an argument that just shouldn't exist in the first place. It's just out of respect. If someone asks you to call you by a different name, at least try. Don't give up reasons. Don't come up with rationale that would say, okay, I'm not going to call you this because of X, Y, and Z. That's not the answer. The answer you should give, no matter what your feelings are on the subject, should be, I will try my best. That's what you should say to a trans person. You should not go on and on and on about, how your identification card says this name, so therefore I'm going to call you this, or your social security card says this, so I'm going to call you this. And it's just, these kind of responses are uncalled for, they're fucked up, and they only hurt people. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten severely depressed over that because of someone just being very just fucked up. I don't know. Being transgender is, I made a video saying that I hate being transgender. I guess this is going to be part of it, but I mean, I don't know. I guess whatever happiness coming out and transitioning has brought has been kind of devalued or altered by all the hatred that I have faced. People are giving me answers such as, it's way too difficult for me to see you like this. I have heard that. There are people who just didn't even give me eye contact. And that was a few family members during Christmas Eve felt that, it's okay for them to do this. Okay, hi, and meanwhile, my face is over there. And there are people who just act like nothing has changed. There are people who, it's funny, I want it kind of like that, but not quite blatantly like that. There are people who just act like I'm still a guy. There are people who act like nothing has changed. And they don't realize how damaging that is. They don't realize how much it hurts. And I just wish people would actually consider their actions prior to doing things. Now, I mean, yeah, I've gotten hate on YouTube. That doesn't matter to me. It's the people that I know personally who have shown very, I don't know how to really say it, but they haven't shown the respect that I think I deserve. And it sucks because, the last thing I want to be is out in public and being called a guy. It's an automatic flag. You're basically spray painting a target on me and saying, hey, look, there's a trans person here. And it's wrong. You're outing people. That's wrong because people just don't understand, And it just sucks. It really does. I mean, I am a girl at heart. I've known for God knows how many years. I've known since before I was a teenager that I wasn't a typical guy. I knew since, I was, still in elementary school, I knew that I wanted to be a girl. So it's just, I don't know. It's just tough. I think the social aspect of this is one of the hardest things to overcome because it's difficult. From anything, from just trying to know your place in society, because it has changed, where, some people were fucked up as to say, well, they don't even bother to call me Catherine, but then when they're going to do a guy thing, such as smoking cigars, I ask, and everyone laughs and says, well, you're not one of the guys anymore. And it's like, well, you're only utilizing me being trans where it's convenient for you, where you can just be an asshole, I know I'm all over the place, guys. I've been just dealing with a lot. I've had a lot of fights lately, and I've learned that it's hell being transgender around the holidays because you're forced to interact with people that don't agree with what you're doing. And it's fucked up that people have the audacity to agree or disagree with you. People need to understand and just understand this one fact. Being transgender is a medical condition. It's not something that I can help. It's not something anyone else can help. If they're transgender, they're transgender. If they suffer from GID, or if they suffer from gender dysphoria, which I suffered, and I still suffer, even though I've come out and I've started transitioning. Um, there are dysphoria triggers almost all the time. I do definitely feel better than I used to, but I don't know. I'm still in transition. I'm only 8 months in. I started back in April, and I've had such a roller coaster ride of issues in life. Um, things that were just like my life has turned completely upside down. I live in Las Vegas now, and it's something that I never thought I would do. Even like a year ago. If you told me, last December that, by this time next year, you're going to be living in Las Vegas and you're going to be a girl, I'm pretty sure I would have laughed at you and called you crazy. Um, I don't know. I never thought I would get to this point. I never thought I would leave and move away so far away from home. And I did. And I'm surrounded by a lot of very caring people out there, and I know it pisses people off if they hear it, like people that know me here, if they hear how wonderful I talk about the people I've met in Las Vegas. It's because yes, it may be easier for them to accept me for who I am, but at least they are doing it, whereas the people out here are just giving me tons and tons of reasons why they can't. And, not one of them has ever gone to therapy or what have you. It just sucks. On a positive note, my dad has started referring to me as Kat or Catherine. He uses them interchangeably, which I love it. If you ever watch this video, thank you. That's all I could ever ask for, is to be referred to as a female. My mother for Christmas bought me 7 dresses, and I like them. They're from a company that she works for, and I was shocked when she got me them. She also got me this teddy bear, which I've wanted for a while. Long story. But, yes, I love my technology. I love gaming, but there's this entire side of me that I've never been able to fully embrace. And now I can. Something simple as painting my fingernails Christmas colors. These are things I've always wanted to do, but I was never allowed to do it. In society, we live in this social construct that boys have to do certain things, girls have to do other things. And I'm pretty sure there are guys out there who just want to be able to just paint their nails and stuff. I'm sure they're out there, but, they shouldn't really feel ashamed of it. And, something that I'm doing is what people should do. They should challenge the norms, challenge society, because society hates it when you challenge them. And I as a trans person, yes, this year has been one of the biggest years for trans people. We have a lot of transgender actresses and actors really coming out there and really putting their foot down and trying to stand up for all of us, because people, again, are judgy. They know nothing about what we go through. They automatically call us the wrong thing. Like, for instance, my dad thought I was a transvestite. I'm not a transvestite. A transvestite is another word for drag queen. A drag queen is a person who lives their life day to day as a man, is happy living as a man, but likes to have fun dressing up like a girl and acts super feminine, and really goes over the top. It's a show. It's an act. It's just for fun. I'm not doing this for fun. I'm doing this because I have to. It's something that I've always felt, and as I said, I felt like I've really had to go ahead and do this. So it's just funny that when people are rude as shit on YouTube, and they say the most fucked up things, and a lot of them make me laugh, because it's just, you guys have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I've been called all the different names in the book, and I just don't care. I've had people say, I used to think you're cool until you came out with this, you're sick in the head. I'm not sick in the head. I'm not. It's a medical fact that, a person can be born with a female, more like a more feminine brain and a male body. It can happen. It's not that abnormal. And trans people haven't. It's nothing new. It's been around for hundreds of years. It's just that we only now really have a formula of how a person can achieve what they can achieve now. I take hormones every day, and to achieve all this, I mean, these are really the pills. I mean, I'm not going to show you the labels or anything, but it's I take them every day. Spirulactone and estrogen, my happy pills, as I call them. Um, but I don't know, and I'm happy that I have touched the lives of a few trans people. I've gotten very wonderful messages in my PM box on YouTube. I've met a lot of trans people through YouTube, actually. And, I'm proud that you guys are taking my videos and using them as a way to boost your confidence, because that's what you need. You need confidence to be yourself. It kind of sucks. It gets to the point where if you're starting out with transitioning, just know that it gets much easier as time progresses. You're going to go through a hellhole in the beginning. It's still hell for me right now. I deal with a lot of discrimination in the workplace. I feel that I am unable to get a job because of being transgender, even though I'm more than qualified for the positions. But I can walk through a mall and not feel nervous at all. Back when I was still pretending to be a guy, I couldn't feel at ease. When I would go to a mall or go out in public and stuff, I would get very antsy, get very nervous, I couldn't just feel relaxed in my own body. And now I can. I'm far from finished with transition, but I hold my head up high when I walk. I feel confident and I know who I am. And that's the best part of it all. So, I'm going to cut it here. I know I've been rambling on, and I didn't really think of what to say. I just knew that I had to make something for like an 8-month update. But, to answer anyone's question, since people seem to have this, that yes, I consider myself a girl. I know there are people out there that would also consider me a girl. Even though I may have been born genetically as a male, it doesn't take away from who I really am. I know who I am, and I'm just changing my body to reflect who I really am on the inside, who I've always felt that I was. So yes, I used to be known as Jack the Bomb. I mean, you guys call me Catherine. I really don't care. But yeah, I'm a girl, and I'm proud to be a girl. Take care, guys.